It feels so unfair to me that a woman's value is so closely linked to her appearance. And then when a woman hits 50, and I'm obviously only talking about this because it's the first time I've had to deal with it in my life. Never had a problem with my weight before. But a woman's worth is always so closely linked to her weight and her physical appearance. And so it feels so deeply unfair to me as a 50-year-old woman who is now hitting perimenopause that I'm suddenly losing my identity. Everything is changing. The way I feel, the way I act, the way just everything in my life is changing. It just feels so.
Welcome back. She says it's unfair that appearance seems to matter so much as people get older. From his perspective, the rules haven't suddenly changed. They've simply become more noticeable now than they were years earlier. He argues that many people only start questioning the system once it stops working in their favor. He also contrasts that with how he believes many men experience life, arguing that they often feel they have to build their value over time rather than expect recognition automatically. Whether people agree with that comparison or not, he believes the bigger message is that everyone eventually reaches a point where personal growth, character, and the life they've matter more than first impressions alone.
Time to put all the men you've ever dated, been obsessed with, liked, have crushes on, and put them in a mental line and see them all lined up together and look at each one of them and think, wow, dated a lot of losers. If you haven't done it, don't do it, because it's going to send you in a mental health spiral about yourself. Like, what's wrong with me? I date you. And you.
She starts looking back at her dating history, trying to figure out why so many relationships ended the way they did. From his perspective, the common thread isn't just the men she dated, it's the choices she made along the way. He argues that every relationship began with someone she believed was the right fit at the time, which is why he thinks self-reflection matters just as much as evaluating other people. His view is that if the same outcome keeps repeating, it's worth asking whether the pattern comes from bad luck, unrealistic expectations, or the kinds of people someone continues to choose. That's the question he believes is at the center of this story.
Exactly what promise. Standards are too high. And if you keep your standards this high, you're never going to find someone that you like. You're going to be 35 years old, and guess what? The same guys you're going to be chasing after, they're going to find chicks 10 years younger than you, and they're going to go after that. It's just going to happen.
Okay.
So you got to lower your standards.
I think that's the worst advice ever.
Really?
Yes!
Well, fine.
Well?
You can go ahead and do that and find 15 years.
He sees the advice as a warning rather than an attack. From his perspective, the message is simple. The more expectations someone has, the fewer people are likely to meet them. He argues that holding out for an ideal partner without adjusting expectations over time can make dating increasingly difficult. His view is that dating opportunities change for everyone as life moves forward, which is why waiting for the perfect person doesn't always lead to the outcome people expect. Whether people agree with him or not, he believes the bigger lesson is that successful relationships often require realistic expectations as much as high standards.
Broke up with men, like small things to you, but not to me. He asked me how much my bills were and then never offered to pay them. Why are you asking? Okay? He asked me how much I made. Why do you need to know how much I'm making? You should never consider my money as your money. He didn't pick up a tab, okay? He let my friend's boyfriend split the tab with him. That's fucking embarrassing, okay? He said he'd call, and he didn't call, so I blocked him. Now he can never call. He went on a Christmas trip with his family, and the entire trip didn't message me. When he messaged me, I told him I was seeing another man. Because obviously I didn't hear from you. I thought you were dead. I was concerned about you. I told him I needed help with my rent. Different guy. And he didn't.
If this isn't exaggerated for attention, then the pattern is what really stands out. From his perspective, it seems like every new interaction becomes another reason to end things instead of another chance to build a connection. He argues that when someone keeps searching for flaws instead of compatibility, finding a lasting relationship becomes much harder. His point is that over time, many of the people who are ready for commitment won't stay available forever. They'll build a future with someone else while the search continues.
Game. That's why my page looks so hypocritical, because I have love for the game, but I'm also mean to these men. I don't want a boyfriend. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here because I have a mission to destroy them. I don't care. Yes, my favorite liar texted me. Yes, I ghosted a good man yesterday. Oh, sue me. If I wanted a good man, maybe I would have gotten into a relationship with him. But I didn't. I wanted to have fun. It's July. It's July. What the fuck do I look like getting in a relationship in the middle of summer? That's why I think women are so tripped up sometimes. Because y'all want a relationship so bad. Just play the game. The man that hurt you, that's what he's doing. He's not in a relationship by choice. He's terrorizing women. Go do it back. Go have your fun. Have a man take you out to eat. Have a man do something for your car. Have a different man hang something on your wall. Y'all are dating for love in a generation that could give a fuck about it. Date for convenience. Okay? When fall comes around and you find a little nice one, I mean, okay, whatever. But in summer? Come on now. You can gaslight somebody else about being in a relationship is cool. Because over here, I'm having a great time. Single.
He argues that this approach turns dating into a series of short-term interactions instead of giving any one relationship a real chance to grow. From his perspective, walking away from someone over small issues can mean overlooking people who are genuinely interested in building something long-term. He believes it's easy to keep searching when there are plenty of options, but that doesn't always last forever. His point is that many people only begin looking for stability after years of chasing excitement, and by then, the dating landscape may look very different from what they expected.
With my husband, 29 male, and it's costing me my marriage with a man I truly love. I need help fixing it. My husband and I have been married for 4 years now. I truly do love him with everything I have. I can't see a life without him. I took some stupid advice from some of my girlfriends regarding a joke that they have done with their husbands or boyfriend. The joke is basically telling your partner that you want to break up or never wanted to do it and thought it was cruel to do, especially to someone you love. But I was convinced after they kept pestering me about it, as I was the only one that hasn't done it yet out of the 5 of us. Stupidly, I did it last week, and my husband's reaction wasn't what I thought it would be. I honestly thought that he would try and talk to me or beg or make suggestions like my friends' partners had done, but he didn't. We had dinner and we were watching a movie when I told him, I'm not happy anymore and I think we should get it for a couple of seconds, and I swear, it looked like something broke in his eyes. He got up, walked to our bedroom, and within 10 minutes came out with a bag and walked out of the house without saying a word to me. I tried to stop him, especially after seeing him with his bag packed, and I told him it was just a joke and I didn't mean it, but he basically just brushed me off and walked out. I've tried to get a hold of him, messages, calls, emails, video chats, but he isn't answering me at all. I talked to his friends, but none of them want to tell me where he is, when, and if they even answer me. I went to his work, but they refused me entry into the building. I've tried his parents, but they don't want to get involved, as well as with his siblings. The only messages I got back were from his sister, telling me, joke or not, I fucked up. I've sent so many messages about it being a joke, and even sent screenshots of my conversations with my girlfriends about the joke as a proof that it was a joke and that I'm not backtracking all of a sudden, but nothing. My friends didn't have any real advice and told me to just give him time and that he will get over it. Everything came down on me yesterday when I was served.
He argues that this situation got out of hand because a serious relationship was treated like a harmless prank. According to the story, friends encouraged her to fake a divorce just to see how her husband would react. She expected an emotional response, but instead, he took the situation at face value and began preparing to move on. From his perspective, that's the risk of turning trust into a test. Once someone believes the relationship is over, they may respond in ways that can't easily be undone. His point is simple. Some games have consequences that last much longer than the joke itself.